sense, I might pay you. Make it make sense, I might pay you.
Make it make sense, come on, make it, baby. Make it make sense, come on, make it make sense, come on, make it, baby. Make it make sense, come on, make it.
What's good, y'all? Let's Make Sense of the Podcast. We are back for another week, and like we always say,
the truth you don't want, but you definitely need.
You definitely need it. I go by the Bull Vance.
And I'm Ish.
And we are back again. Like always, follow us on Instagram. Let's Make Sense of it _ Let's Make Sense of it _ subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. Let's Make Sense of It Podcast. Just type in Let's Make Sense of it Podcast. We will show up, and make sure you like, subscribe, leave a review on all your listening platforms. Apple, Spotify, iHeart, etc. We are there. So this week, our motto is sometimes the truth you don't want, but you need. And sometimes you gotta have the conversations you don't want, but you need to. And this week we're gonna do a little education over ignorance. That's how we're gonna start this off.
Educational ignorance.
Education over ignorance. Open your ears. So this week we had two special guests in the building from the LGBTQ plus community. Go ahead, introduce yourselves.
You want to go first? It's Kimmy, y'all. Big Kim, not the little one. I'm from North Philly. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at the North Philly Queen Bee.
Period.
What was I supposed to say? My height and weight.
You introduce yourself.
And I'm Maurice. North Philly, born and raised. Yeah. All that.
There we go. Let's give it up for him. There we go. There we go. Now, we appreciate y'all for coming through.
No problem.
Definitely appreciate y'all for coming through. Actually, first of all, starting off, I know I got to be proper. Do y'all have like a particular like pronoun you want me to call you by? Like, is it he, she? Which one? I got to be politically correct here.
He, him, and his.
He, him, and his. What about you?
She.
All right. There we go. All right. First of all, let's get into y'all little personal life first. Let's start with you.
Okay.
First of all, give us a little background about yourself.
Well, I'm 32. I'm born and raised in Philly, North Philly, Richard Island projects.
From the Jets.
Yeah, from the Jets. North Philly, down in my soul. Right now, I currently own my own company, Fairy Guide Planner. It's an event planning company, wedding planning, all that kind of stuff. So get with me if you need your events planned. Yeah, I'm just, just cool. Go ahead.
How long you been on head of event planner?
Well, professionally 3 years, but I've been doing the shit forever. Fashion shows, parties, like anything you could think of, planning anything. I've been doing it, proms and all that kind of stuff, and it just traveled with me into my professional life.
That's dope. Now, how about you?
I'm from North Philly too, 18 from Cumberland. Woo woo. I'm transgender. I'm 28. Favorite color pink.
As we can tell with the jacket.
Definitely a fan of Little Kim, just in case y'all don't know. And I do music. I'm an artist.
Really?
Yeah.
Rap?
Yeah, rap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it,
And I'm a barb, just so y'all.
All right.
It's a barb thing over
All right.
here,
Cut the
know.
mics.
Oh, who you?
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, I'm a diehard Little Kim fan.
Oh,
And you know what's funny? I just seen Little Kim yesterday. She performed at the Brooklyn comedy show, so it was dope. It was dope to see her. Yeah, she was there. All right, so let's start here. We'll start with you. Growing up, at what point did you know that you wanted, you weren't happy being a boy?
You could say it. I ain't gonna get tight.
No sugarcoat. You gotta say it.
We roll over here. I've been new, like when I was a child, like 3, 4. I was always physically attracted to femininity, like playing with Barbies, jumping rope, doing hair. I never was like the aggressive, football player type.
Okay.
Do you think it was just because you came? Did you come up around a lot of females, or was it just something?
Well, no. It's like yes and no. I got a twin brother, so.
Oh, okay.
So, I feel like it was pretty like half and half. Like some days I will be with my dad. That's where the boys is. Some days I will be with my mom. That's where all the girls was. But I always wanted to be with the girls. Like
Right.
I did.
Right. So, at what it, well, one, if you don't mind me asking, do you have like the full,
No.
not the certain, all right. Not the, are you working towards that or no? Or is that something you want to do or?
God blessed me with both worlds for a reason. I was blessed with both worlds for a reason.
Oh, so
All right, so that's
it works either way. It works either way.
And you coming up,
Yes.
at what point did you think, you know what, like guys?
Middle school.
Middle school.
Middle
what was
school
What was about
when
middle
it-
school?
It was like that weird phase. Middle school was my, so I used to like have girl crushes, but it was awkward. And then it would be like, why do I think a boy is cute too? It's weird. And then it was just like confused. I was confused. And I had my first sexual encounter with a female in middle school. And then I didn't like it. Like, and I had that encounter more than once with the same girl. And I was just like, I don't know if I like this too much. And then I had my first encounter with a boy, and I was like, okay, I like this. Like this is the feeling that I'm gonna go with. And from middle school on, it just confirmed for me that I like men.
Now, what would you say to, because you know there's a lot of ignorant people out there.
Yes.
So what would you say to the ones that would call either being transgender or being gay a mental illness?
You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I feel like people fear what they don't understand, and people do not care to understand because through time, just from ancestral time, you know what I'm saying? It was just put in us to do as we are taught, and that's just that. And people are afraid to step outside of their box. I feel like some people it's flat out ignorant. That's just how I feel. It's just flat out ignorant.
What about you?
And that's the same way I feel. It's just pure ignorance. Like, to think that who I choose to love and who I choose to lay down with is a mental illness.
Right.
That shows a lot about who you are as a person. Like, it's not a fucking mental illness. Like, why who I choose to be in the privacy of my home bother you so much? Like, why does that trigger you? And I always give this example when I'm talking to people and like straight guys when we're having this conversation. I always say literally when you say the word gay, the first thing that comes up people's mind is sex.
Right.
Automatically it's like gay then sex. Like that's literally the next word that come up behind it. And it's like, why? Being gay is so much more to it. Why do your mind instantly go to that? And so it's ignorant.
Right.
So what would you say to someone as a gay man and a transgender woman? What would you say is the one thing that may trigger you to kind of step outside your? I mean, I'm comfortable with I am, but you trying it.
Go
Either
ahead.
I'm gonna say okay, we'll go first.
Go ahead.
For me, honestly, I feel like when people play dumb, like, bitch, you can clearly see I'm dressed as a woman. I look clearly like a woman.
Right.
Why are you slipping up, calling me a he? You want
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Bitches to know your real name. They want to say
Right.
your real name, like little shit like that.
Right.
So that's what makes me pop up.
I don't know why, but for me, it's like trying to embarrass me publicly and basically like, you want me to turn into Tasmanian devil? Call me a faggot, and it's
Ooh.
even like
I don't like that word.
yeah, and it's
I
just
do not
like
that word.
people be like, why does it bother you so much, this and that? Because I get it's just a word, and I know what I am, but you're using it as a derogatory term to really try to tear me down and to try to hurt me and publicly. So that's one word. You say that to me, I'm a spin in this bitch like Tasmanian devil, and then everybody gonna be looking like, what is wrong with him? Don't try to play with me like that.
Right.
That's
Right.
it. Like, respect me how I respect you.
Right.
Period.
So at what age did you come out to your family?
I didn't even get to really have a come out. It was more like they found out. So, and I was in middle school, and I'll never forget my cousin. I tell this story all the time. My cousin had took me out. I was hanging in the breakfast club. At the breakfast club, mother breakfast and tearing it up, tearing the streets up at like 16, 17 years old. And I never forget, I came home, and my journal was sitting in the living room on the table in the living room, and my mom was on the phone crying with my aunt. She had went in my room snooping, found my journal, and read everything. So like she was like sit down and asking me questions, crying, and I didn't know what to say. I was scared, and it just went from there. So I didn't never really get to say, Mom, I want to talk to you. This is what's going on with me. It was just like I found out, and then my mom told everybody. So it was just like, okay.
So at first, was she? How did she receive it? At first?
My mom was mad. She was not happy. She was not with it. It took years for me and my mom to like really get on the same page. Now she don't play about me, like. But at first, she was not with it, like at all. And she was in denial because once it came out, a lot of people in the family was like, bitch, we knew, like, you feminine, like, we always, and apparently it was conversation growing up that I never knew, and my mom used to get mad, like, don't fucking call my son gay, he not gonna be gay, da 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 da. But lo and behold.
What about you? When you
just to piggyback off of what you said a little bit, I feel like I said, people fear what they do not understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's a lot of things, especially in the Black community, that they try to run from. Like, for me, it wasn't a come out, it was a confirmation. Because like you said, I was young, I was already flamboyant. They already saw the early signs of me being gay. They just tried to run away from it and tried, you know, my dad tried to force me to play football. It was like, you know, like you're trying to force it out of me or something, like this is some type of sickness or a virus, and it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it was confirmation for me.
Yeah.
right. All right, let me ask y'all some questions here. Let's start with this. So they have the Don't Say Gay law in Florida that's passed. And for those who don't know what the Don't Say Gay law is, it's basically not teaching sexuality and gender ID from K to third. So what's your opinions on that?
So for me,
You said not?
To not, yeah. So basically, it's to not teach no sexuality for kids from K to third grade, pretty much.
But we weren't taught that in school either.
Right.
Like, I
Right.
was never taught that. So
Right.
I don't understand.
Go ahead.
my thing with it is, I do agree that kids that small don't need to be introduced to anything that has to do with sex. Like, they should be watching, well, my time, Recess, Rugrats, and all that. Like,
There's Coco Melon.
Yeah, like, all that. Let them watch
Baby's
Coco
Corner,
Melon,
all that type of shit.
kind
They
of
can watch
stuff.
all that.
Doc McStuffins, whatever it is that they watching, that, like, let that be that. What I don't like about it is, though, how they try to say, like, oh, y'all trying to poison our kids' minds, and y'all trying to trick our kids, and y'all trying to, like, force this agenda. That's the word. This agenda on our, and I hate that word. They try to use forcing this agenda on our kids, and it's like, no, we're living in a different time. Like, times have changed. Like, things are more accessible now. Like, it just is what it is. Well, I do agree that no kindergarten, first, second, or third, even up to fifth grade, should be in school learning about certain things. But that's not to say, what are they learning at home? It's kids that bring stuff from home to school, teaching other kids and doing stuff to other kids.
True.
So don't try to always, I feel like they point the finger at the LGBT community for everything we get pointed at. And part of it came from, I want to say Empire, when the Jussie Smollett and all that came, like when Empire first came out and they had an openly gay character on there kissing a boy and all of that, the world went to shit. Like, I feel like that's mainly where it started. I mean, it was stuff before that, but Empire, like, really kicked it off.
All right. What about you? Similar
Pretty similar.
to that?
Yeah.
Very much so.
Child, I don't need to know about that. But you know, the crazy part about it is that they're so strong on the don't say gay and everything like that, that law being passed and the whole agenda being pushed on kids. But there are kids that know a lot more than their parents think they know. Like when I was younger, I think I was in like middle school. My mom was working at a daycare, and a little girl was playing with Barbies. She was in this is a daycare, so she's not even in kindergarten yet, and she playing with her dolls. And I never remember, and I remember it like it was yesterday. And she was like, she answered the little toy phone, and she was like, girl, because you was sleeping with my man, and I ain't like that.
Oh, shit.
She had to be no more than 4 or 5. And she was saying it out of her mouth. Yeah. So you telling me that because your kid saw two men kissing on television, that's automatically making them feel like, oh, I should be gay, or this makes you feel some type of way. When in all reality, y'all they sitting around y'all in the room because y'all not pushing that thing no more. Like, you know, it's adults in the room. Excuse yourself.
Yeah. Right.
Like when we were kids, like get out the room, go play with the kids, go do something. I don't know, get out of this area. But now y'all kids are just sitting with y'all. Yeah. Y'all outside smoking hookah, drinking, enjoying the summer, whatever the case may be, and y'all just allowing them to be around. And they learning all this. And they taking it to other kids who are not like around that environment. So now they learning something else. They take it home to their mom or their dad and saying like, well, this is what I learned today in school.
Yeah. Right. And not even just the that particular law, but it's a bunch of stuff that they teach in school that probably like politics and anything along those lines. Like just teach the kids what they need to know, because sometimes people get caught up in their views on certain stuff. Whether it could be like say with the don't say gay law, or it could be like, they're going to teach them. Let me teach them this politics. Oh, you have to vote this way, or you have to do this, or it's wrong, or you shouldn't vote for this, or it's just a lot of stuff that maybe shouldn't be in school, but they still teach it in school. People still pushing in school.
Also, too, for me, I feel like it only gets crazy when it comes to the LGBT community. True. Because at the end of the day, sex education in school starts at middle school. With sex education classes.
Right.
So it's okay if we're talking about a girl and a boy, and the boy doing this and how to put the condom on this way and this way. But as soon as
you start talking about
two boys or two girls, it's a problem. The world stops.
And you know what's crazy? It's funny you say that, because I think sometimes people feel that way because they're insecure with themselves. Yeah. And they feel as though, I don't know, do you feel as though people come off this way? They feel as though that the LGBTQ community has a lot more rights than regular people?
They feel like that. And I think they feel like that now because we don't fucking play now. Like, I feel like we came together.
And it still stems back to reality of the black community and the white community, because their struggles is just not ours. It's always when the white people or the white girls march for this gay rights, or this white tranny was murdered, or this, that, and the third. It's always something that's fucking past. But when it comes to the black community, we get jumped every day in the fucking hood. So we don't see nobody marching and stomping and trying to get laws passed to protect the gay trans or the gay LGBTQ. It's always when the white people want to press something or march for something. That's when it's okay.
Yeah.
Like the white people passed gay cartoons. I think that's just a little bit too fucking much. Like, you know what
I'm
saying?
It's funny you say that. Off of that, let me ask you a question off of that. So what is your views on that when it comes to like these characters? Like maybe it's a Marvel character or it's in the cartoons, like you say. What's your views on that?
Like I said, it all comes from the white man. Because if a black person was trying to push a gay cartoon or a gay this or gay that, it has to be going through all these type of processes. But when a white man want to do it or whatever, it's cool. And I feel like they are pushing it and flooding the kids' minds with what you want to be, instead of when we grew up, it was a figure it out type of thing.
You felt different. You know, if you was looking at a boy, you felt you was a boy, and everybody around you telling you like you should be looking at girls, but you looking at that boy like.
Yeah. So I just was actually having a conversation with a stylist today. She came to my house. I was getting fitted for something, and we just was having general conversation, and we were talking about the Proud Family reboot,
right?
And so we were saying how much we love the Proud Family and how we were happy it came back. And then she was like, I love it, but it was a couple of the episodes where I had to like turn it off because I felt like it was too much for my kid. I felt like it was more for us to watch than the kids because of like
I felt that with the reboot.
It is with the reboot. Anyway. Yeah, and she was saying like the gay couple basically with how it was just a lot and it was a bit much. And I said, yeah, you know, I'm not saying that it's not a lot, because it can be a lot for children. Right. I just hate that we just get harsh, like get treated so harsh about it.
I mean, but if you got a kid that has two dads and they watching the show, that's their reality,
right?
So I mean, but everybody is so big on, you know, what's on TV and what the world is putting out for their child, and it's just like, the key thing in that statement is your child. So what are you letting your child watch and not watch? That's up to you. So if you letting them watch the Proud Family and then you get on Facebook and you want to talk about it, you upset because they got a gay couple on there, or And everybody was talking about Michael, and Michael was gay when we were watching it. He was
Exactly.
gay when we were watching it. He just became older, and he's still gay. Like, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Like, I
Exactly.
didn't understand it.
Now the one thing is, I don't mind if you should include more people. My thing is going back and changing characters. That's the one thing I don't like. Like, don't try to redo the whole Marvel series and now all of a sudden Iron Man's gay, or now all of a sudden this person.
I
Just
agree.
you don't have to.
I
That's
agree.
not necessary. If you want to add somebody in there that just is a gay superhero, that's fine. I don't agree with going
So
back
let's
and
see
changing.
My thing is this: if I'm a superhero, why do me being gay is such a
True.
Why is y'all pointing that out? If I'm trying to save the world, what do I do in the bedroom? Like, I feel like it's just too much sometimes.
Right.
Like, certain things should just be left private or just untalked about
Right.
to me.
But even another example on that with the reboot, the Rugrats reboot, when they made the twins
twins'
mom
moms.
gay, and I was just like,
But we all thought
We
that.
knew-
I
yeah, we-
thought
yeah.
that when I was a kid. I was
but
like,
she was
shit, Lord.
married originally in the
she
original
was
one,
married
so
to
it
him.
was like, so
And
it was
all
just like,
women aren't feminine like to that
Exactly.
level. Like
Right.
some
So
women
it's
are naturally
fine.
like sporty boyish.
Right,
kinda,
they're
you know what
time
I'm saying?
older
Right.
tomboy. You okay?
right. So it was just like my whole thing was, I was cringing a little bit with it because like, why you gotta go back and change her character and make this whole big thing like, oh, she's a lesbian, like.
So,
Come
brother,
on.
you saw how you said that made you cringe, right? Just imagine what the heterosexuals is when they see that. Like, not to shade our community, because I live for our community, but just imagine putting yourself in. We have to be considerate of other people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Our lifestyle shouldn't be forced on other people. Like, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like that. That can make people very uncomfortable.
My whole thing is you don't have to accept it, but you will respect,
Respect
me,
it.
and that's
Right.
it. Like
Absolutely.
Yeah.
all about
Absolutely.
respect.
Very much so.
Period.
All right. So what's your thoughts on? Let's give you this. The Woman of the Year going to being won by a man. It was actually won by a trans man.
Who's she? The
Woman of the Year for
health-
She was the health. What was her name? Rachel. I'm drawing a blank. She was the health
I know what you're
advisor
talking
for
about.
PA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now she's in the Senate,
But
but she
she's-
won Woman of the Year.
She's a trans.
That's awesome. That's decent. That's politics. That has nothing to do with forcing people to accept who you are. That has nothing to do with her work. Has nothing to do with her sex. I feel like that's decent. That's awesome.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, if he or she identifies as
Oh my
he
God!
or
Did I just say
she,
that?
What?
Just,
What?
whatever.
I feel like if he or she identifies as that, and they put in the work to get this prestigious award for the year or whatever, I put in this work and I identify as a woman. So that's what it is. I'm a woman of the year.
I'll go back towards when Caitlyn Jenner made her debut. And they gave and SportsCenter gave her Woman of the Year on their cover. Now, in my head, not even going through the fact that this is a trans woman. It's the simple fact that what did you do to get this?
Right. Now, that whole Caitlyn
What did
thing,
you do to get this? Because I felt I was like at that moment I was like there's gotta be somebody else.
Right.
It's all
To do
politics.
that.
Though.
Like I was just like this has to be. It seems like a move
Yeah.
Right.
because you went from an Olympic gold medalist and then you was with the Kardashians. Then you came out to be
Now, like you said, it's politics, and I think sometimes these politicians use trans, gay, whatever you want to call it, as pawns.
I was just about to
They use them as pawns, and I
This
think
is
I
all
feel
a
as
game of chess.
and I feel as though nothing against Rachel Levine. That's her name, Rachel Levine. Nothing against her, but like, what did you do to get to that position? Because I feel like now she's like in the health when it comes to this presidency or whatever. But I feel as though like it's just a point. Like, all right, I need to have a trans on my staff to make it to be more open to this community. And it's feel like you said, it's like a pawn almost. And I don't.
Yeah.
It's something about that just don't sit right with me. I don't know why. I feel like, how will I explain this? It's the equivalent of I'm gonna switch this up. It's the equivalent of the pin swimmer that won in the women's race. Now that's one thing. That's one thing I don't agree with. I don't think trans women specifically should be allowed to race in women's races. That's just, to me, I feel like it's an unfair advantage.
Well, I will agree because, and I'm gonna be a real bitch.
period.
whether we are
Pull that mic a little closer.
my bad,
There
y'all.
you go.
Whether we are like we can look as beautiful as we are, but it's all genetics. You understand what I'm saying? And I feel like it's not fair because if a woman and a trans woman can compete in a sport, we can get in a fucking boxing ring and I can beat you the fuck up. We all know who gonna win. You know what I'm saying? So that's just not fair.
It's not fair.
That's just my point.
And
Like,
dumbing it down a little bit, because sometimes you have to
Dumb it down.
dumb it down is the equivalent to any female celebrity always having to have a gay man on their team with them, with either a hairstylist, a stylist, a flunky, an assistant. It's like every housewife or whatever, I have to have that gay guy with the terms and this and the link and the teeth.
I feel like stink no shade. We also like we give them pointers. They want to be like us now. Like all the girls, you ain't seen so many girls come outside beat in my life. No shade. Every day a girl gotta come outside beat and but you know.
Our influence in the pop culture is big.
But it's always been.
It's
Right.
always,
It's always
That's with
been.
everything though.
Yeah.
It's not cool until they can make money off of it. It's always been cool to us. Like people smoking weed, you know how much people they put in jail now? They're like, oh, we're gonna legalize it.
Yeah.
So they can make money off of
Now
it.
you got
But can I just say something back to what you said about Caitlyn Jenner, right? I feel like you said, they use her as a pawn because here you got all these trans women waking up every day. We taking our hormones, we overdosing on hormones. We got to go to doctors. It was some of us back in my time where we couldn't even get prescribed hormones unless you was. They saw that you was really taking your hormones serious after a year. So I feel like for her to just wake up to you a full-blown father, not just a man, you're a full-blown man. Like
Father with grown kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
50,
Grown
60, and
kids.
then you overnight just change to a woman. That's mockery to me.
Yeah, I feel like it was something more behind that, and it's just.
I was about to say, I
All
saw
that
that,
money that he
that
got- that
bodysuit
she got, she
on that
don't look
cover. I was like,
magnificent.
baby, you lost me. Nope.
Yeah, it was
You
a lot.
lost
That's
me.
why I said with
You
the
lost
Caitlyn
me.
thing,
Baby,
anytime
no.
people bring up Kate, and I'll be like, child, like that's not.
Like,
I'm
no.
not even touching that one. Like,
No.
bring up T.S.
No.
Madison or somebody. That's
Somebody that we know of. Like, come on, like, give me
it's
something.
Too many people way before Caitlyn. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give you one more serious one, and then we'll take a break and we'll go to something else. Now the bathroom rules. Now, what's your thoughts on that as a trans?
Well,
Basically, that transgenders can use the female restroom.
this is hard.
That's a hard one.
I feel like because everybody not as pretty as me, so I'm trying to use the words for girls who are not as passable.
So if you-
Like a little
you
bit
saying
more.
it
You
actually
know what I'm
was
saying? Like a little bit more.
dude?
Like, cause I feel like I was in high school. I was using a girl's bathroom. Like as a boy, like I was using the girl's bathroom in high school, but it wasn't because. It was just because people just knew I was attracted to women, but initially, I don't know. That's a hard one. I'm gonna have to skip that.
I'm gonna say.
I'm
So
gonna skip
I
that
feel
one.
like if it's a woman, if it's a trans woman that looks like a woman, I'm not gonna expect her to go into the man's bathroom. She's gonna go in the stall, do her thing, wash her hands, leave out. Like I just don't see what the big.
I don't think nobody. I mean, I don't really pay attention to the other females coming into the bathroom,
Right,
Because
that's
I
what
have
I'm
to go
saying.
to the bathroom.
And that's what
But if
we're
I'm in
doing.
the bathroom and you look a little suspect, regardless of who you is,
That's
I'm
gonna
looking
make
at
you
you a
feel
certain way. It's gonna make me feel
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable.
And see,
But
it's a lose-lose situation when it comes to this, only because if I'm a pretty trans woman in a male's bathroom, niggas is gonna feel violated, and then the rape cases are gonna go up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You have to think about that too.
Not even rape cases, the violence. Like
Yeah, the
I'm gonna
violence.
beat you up. Why you in
Rape,
here?
violence,
because why
all that
you
is
in
gonna-
here?
Why you in here? Oh,
You
I feel
looking
like
at
you
me
looking
wrong.
at me. Yes, and
Like-
it's just gonna
And
open
now
up.
we
I don't
in
even
the
want you.
female bathroom.
That's-
We making y'all uncomfortable.
And that's
so
one thing
it
about the
should be
LGBT
fine.
community, because I have a lot of gay male friends. The one thing I don't like is the simple fact is that if I bring a straight guy around, my gay male friends do not automatically assume that my friends want you. They have taste and they have standards.
Hey, you.
Just like I have standards and taste, they have standards and taste. So as soon as you walk into the
Yes.
room, they're not automatically sizing you up to see what your dick look like or whatever the
Yeah.
case may be. It's just, what's up? How you doing?
Have some fucking
That's
decorum
it.
about yourself.
That's it.
Not
Because
every gay
me-
person
and
wants
this is
you.
my thing. This is when it comes to straight men who are insecure with themselves. I'm gay or trans or whatever.
Right.
I identify as what I identify as. I'm secure in myself. So when I'm coming around a bunch of straight bitches or straight niggas, it ain't making me uncomfortable because I know who I am. So
Right.
why do straight men feel like when they come around certain gay people that, you know, they feel eerie or
That's because somewhere inside of them they just
They just
like I said, is that
uncomfortable.
they're uncomfortable.
And
You
ignorant
only
to
make
it.
it ignorant too.
Yeah.
They're ignorant too.
Yeah.
That's why we knew we had to have this show to have people
Yeah,
on so we
we
can
need
have
this
have these discussions.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but with the bathroom thing, see that's a tough one. Because I have a daughter, so it's like, all right, if my daughter, she's going to I don't have to worry about her going into the female's bathroom, and then maybe a guy, he might just say he want to identify as a. And you got a problem with that too, because it's like you're on that fine line. Like, who's to say this guy can't identify as a female today, and now he wants to go into the bathroom? It's a lot of creeps out here. So I feel like once you crack that door, once you open in that door to allow people to say, "Oh, I identify as this today," now it's a tough one, especially as a parent.
I feel like they did that politically. Like when I think it was a story, the lady was like she identifies as a wolf.
Yeah,
But
the
she
kids
doesn't
did.
howl. She doesn't howl at people.
Yeah,
and I
that-
was like, so if I walked outside and said I identify as a piece of chicken, like,
No, but
is
that's-
somebody gonna object it?
That's how a lot of
like, what are we gonna do?
Can I ask y'all a question real
Yes.
quick? So, don't y'all think that they already have an easy solution to this, right? It's that, but I feel like, and hear me out, they can easily build a bathroom with a simple color to represent trans, right?
Right.
Then you have trans women who think they're so passable, they don't even want to go in a fucking trans
Or they
bathroom.
feel
They
as
don't want
though
nobody knowing they teeth.
you're
They
segregating
wanna go on
me.
a straight
Yeah,
woman.
You're
yeah,
segregating
and that's what it's
But
gonna be.
but it has to be
It
that
has to be
because
that.
it's going to interfere with a lot of other people's personal privacy.
Yeah, and because
that's just what it
they
is.
blurred that line so much. That line is really blurred, especially when it comes to the bathroom thing. The line is blurred because, like you said, if you walked in the bathroom today and said, I identify as a woman, I can't stop you from walking in the fucking bathroom. Like, you
Right.
can walk into the bathroom, now I'm uncomfortable, and I don't want to go in the bathroom until you walk out the bathroom.
Yeah.
Because because it's not, because you look like a man to me when you're walking into the bathroom.
Right.
So I'm automatically like, nope, I'm not going in
But,
there.
and let's
But-
keep it real. It's a lot of trans girls who are very big and brolic.
Yeah.
And they'll really tell you, what? I'm a woman.
Yeah.
And you'll be looking at them like, oh,
No.
like they'll really argue you down. Like, and I'm sorry to my girls. Like, I'm just keeping it street. They will argue you
Yeah, you
down.
be
Like,
like,
what? I'm a
you
woman.
know what?
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna feel bad because I'm like, you know what, sir, I'm done.
And that's why I said
I'm
it can
going
get,
away.
Now-
it can really get
real.
tricky.
Yeah, it can, and I think sometimes people on the other side, they look at it as though, oh, they changing everything specifically for y'all, and
I feel the
I
same
still,
way.
I don't think
I
so.
feel as though they are.
I've been living this life for 28 years, y'all, and maybe I'm having a hard time adapting to things. Like, they got this new word out called cisgender. They're now
Yes.
called the non-binary and all that shit. Like, growing up, you was either you was either
Gay, bi,
gay, bi, straight.
exactly.
Like,
Right.
It wasn't I'm polygamous and I'm what is, like, you know what I'm saying?
Pansexual,
Right.
Where's
asexual.
all this coming from? Like,
Yeah. They making up so many terms.
it is like I say, it all became so political, and it's more so. I shouldn't say more so towards it's probably a white man somewhere putting all these rules, making all these rules and everything, and it's just somebody behind him. Yeah, you're right. And then the other side. It's one thing about politics. It's always what the other person's doing. It's never what what they're going to do to fix it, and that's the problem with politics. But we're gonna take a break from that. Our 2 cents segment. It's sort of like our messy segment.
Oh,
So
let's get messy now.
what I got here today? This was actually something simple today. So the chick says, my boyfriend told me he was on a radio tour. Turns out he was on vacation with his side bitch, right? Now the chick, I don't know if y'all seen this picture, it was online. The chick, she looked like his mom, right? So she gonna say, look, it's not his mom, and apparently I'm the side bitch. So apparently she says she was the side chick for 2 years now. She said, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. It's funny to me because he pursued, lied, and tried to trap me. It was exposed to me and brought to my attention. I got options. I'm not stressing off of this L. I don't lose shit but a few tears. But the funny part is, if you look on the page, the dude's been with the other chick for almost like it was well over 5 years. Let's put it that way.
Wow.
So she thought he went on a trip with his side bitch, but actually she was the side bitch.
Yeah. So actually, she was the side. Yeah. He said he was going on. He said he was going on a radio tour. basically he was going back to his family pretty much.
Oh wow!
And she found out that the chick basically found out she was the side chick pretty much.
All that time she was the side chick.
Yeah.
Well,
now if he was in that position and you found out that you was the side chick, what would you?
I'm taking that L in private because she didn't take that private. She made it public.
I'm taking that private.
It's gonna be
Definitely.
Like, damn, I might tell my best friend. Like,
Right. Yeah.
Let me tell you this shit.
And I feel like people nowadays, especially with social media, people give people ammunition to shoot shots at them. Like,
Right.
girl, you humiliated yourself. People try to make posts and try to get sympathy from other bitches, but the whole time the joke's on you. Like,
Yes.
no shade. I cannot stand when people like family members die and they post themselves in tears like this, like with teardrops.
Yo,
Like,
I just
are
talked
you
about that last
fucking
week.
kidding me?
We just
Fuck
talked
the
about
fuck
this.
out.
Like,
Yeah.
when you posting a video, you crying, like, you take it over because them tears wasn't worth it.
It's
like, maybe you
that
need
the
a new one.
hospital bed pictures with the,
Like,
with the
oh my God.
wristband,
Yes.
all that
Not the
kind of
wristband.
stuff.
No.
Yeah, like the hospital
Listen,
wristband.
we talked
It's
about
like,
that, and the one when they be like, you know what, I'm getting off of here for a minute. You got my number.
You
Call
got
me.
my
You
number,
don't
call
have my
me.
number. Don't call me.
and don't go nowhere. Like,
They
why
be-
you gotta
they just
announce
don't post.
it?
They just watching your page. They just watching everybody's shit, but they not posting. That's
Just
what
they want you know what it is. They want somebody to hop in DM like, you good? You say
Yeah.
I'm just here to make sure you're
And I
okay.
think mental
Oh no!
illness
What
is
about
really
the
real.
ones?
Yeah,
what
it
about
is.
I
the
think
ones?
mental illness is real and depression is real.
Very much so.
True.
Yes.
But what about the ones that post their business and then be in the next post, don't ask me no questions, don't do this.
Oh, like, bitch, I want to know what happened.
That's what kills me. Oh, I'm booked all up. How you booked up? I'm booked up, taking new appointments next month.
Ew.
Child.
Like, I looked at that page, baby. It's still not giving. It's still
not.
not giving booked
God.
and busy.
I don't
Hey, yo, he died.
It's not giving booked and busy.
Yeah, he died with that.
That's okay.
All right, since we're on our messy segment, the DL niggas. How many of those y'all come across?
I had a nice interview with you guys. I'm gonna go ahead.
Move myself up the table. Like,
She wrote the rule book for
I
it.
signed a couple NDAs.
Yeah,
Oh,
listen.
shit.
Let me tell y'all.
Like-
First of all, my husband I am married. I've been married for 7 years.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Give it up. Give it
Together
up
for 11.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
So, you know, I never want to say anything to disrespect my marriage. However,
However,
well,
Go
well,
ahead, pull out that journal, baby.
baby, the DL shit is at an all-time high. Even now to the day, till today,
oh man,
I still get like DL guys. Like I can be in Walmart or something, or in the mall. And you know how it is when they do that, like that. Then you catch that eye, and then
First
they
of
be.
all, it be the energy first. Energy do not lie, y'all.
Yeah,
Energy
yeah.
don't lie.
Cause you be like, all right, this person is watching me, following me, searching me. Either you about to have to fucking fight your way up out of here, or they about to try to come at you. And it's all. It never fails. It's always the what's up, go in the bathroom, or
Whoa.
yeah.
Whoa,
it
what?
get-
Wait, whoa,
yeah,
what?
It gets
Wait,
real.
Wait, what? What you
It-
mean?
in the
What's up
bathroom?
going on? No, oh, you
it
guys.
be
Wait,
real.
what, yo?
Yes, it gets real for in the DL world. Like it really.
Time out.
Does.
Time out.
Nowhere in hell.
So a nigga walk up to you and you've had niggas, multiple niggas walk up.
Yes,
multiple
different.
niggas walk up to you and say that.
Yes, like yeah.
Is that like a?
Would you
is
believe
that
me
a-
if I told you niggas be lying saying they in the studio with they bros just to
Oh, I
She
definitely
called
know
him
that.
out.
I definitely
She
know that's
called
a
him
lie.
out.
I ain't even came across a deal nigga, but I definitely know that.
Yo, you about to
real.
No, but you gotta think about
Yo.
it, right? If you got a bad bitch at home that cook, clean, and ready to
Why
fuck,
you always
whenever
out
you
with
ready
your
to
niggas?
fuck, why
you
you
always-
always want to be with your bros?
Yeah.
Damn.
If you ain't out making no money, cause nigga, you ain't bringing home shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why you always want to be with your friends? If this good pussy home waiting on you, your house clean, ain't no roaches, no bugs. You can turn on the cable when you want to. You can do whatever you want. Why you always want to be outside with your bros?
Yeah.
I asked that question.
Yeah.
Niggas get sensitive. You be
Yeah.
like,
You just fucked them up with the studio joint though.
No,
Cause
that's
now
it's the truth.
Ass will be like,
you know
oh,
what's
really?
crazy though? It do be like 100 niggas. You always see 100 niggas in the videos
I'm
in
about
that
to fuck your head
studio.
up again.
And-
Would you believe me if half of the murders in Philadelphia is because of DL relationships?
Really?
cut the mics. We going home.
Whoa!
Wait,
Really?
It gets
Whoa!
real.
It ain't because of bitches. Why you think niggas come out of jail and go straight back to the track? Because they can go back in jail to see who the fuck they left in jail. It gets deep.
I
It
just
gets
watched a
deep.
documentary about
gets
that
deep.
shit.
It
yo.
gets deep.
Niggas have to pay
I
their
really
dues out
did.
here in these streets. It gets real.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, for real. The DL shit it's really at an all time high, like for real, like. And then I'll be like, "Oh, I'm married. I'm sorry, I can't order." They be like, "So I can't just be your friend?" Like
No,
but wait,
I don't want to go too
Brother,
graphic, but
they want you the most when you in a relationship.
Oh hell yeah!
And when you
They be like,
single-
"I got a girl too. What's up?" Like it's really.
Have you ever come across any how would I put this popular popular dudes in Philly that were on the down low?
Bitch, you trying to get us cut off.
Hey, listen. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying say no names.
We ain't saying
I'm not
no
saying
names
say
or
no
none of
names.
that.
It was just this is just the general. You know what I'm saying? This is just the general
And look,
question.
you see, she looking down because this is the queen. We sitting next to the queen. I'm telling y'all,
This
like,
is just the general question.
you're sitting next to Philly's most viral right now, and I'm not even just saying that. Like,
Wow.
Well, the hosts know we have history.
Wow.
Definitely do.
like, I mean, yeah.
So that's a yes then. That's a, it has been.
I ain't
Has
no
been-
brat, y'all.
Has,
I ain't
all
no
right.
brat.
Yeah, but just
I'm
say it.
the
You ain't
fuck
gotta say.
saying
You ain't gotta
yes.
say it. It's
I'm
cool.
saying
It's
yes.
cool. You ain't gotta
I'm
say it. We just
saying
say it.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm guessing there's multiple popular niggas pretty much.
Yeah.
Next question.
Wow. Kidding me? Oh man, and we using this as a sound clip. You kidding me? Listen, ladies. Listen, ladies. Y'all gotta watch out. Y'all gotta watch out for your guys,
It
man.
gets really deep.
Oh, they
with that.
get down with it too. They like it too.
The girls?
Yeah, really.
Like a what?
But they only do it to satisfy these niggas.
Oh, you talking about a threesome? Mm-hmm. I said that yesterday.
Really?
I said that to my boyfriend. I was like, I never met a female that actually had a threesome that actually enjoyed it or actually wanted to do it if it wasn't for her nigga.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't have a threesome. A girl,
Yeah.
I feel like a girl can't have a threesome if she does not enjoy having sex with a female.
With the right.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Do females approach you?
All the time.
Really? And then when they find out you're trans, they still good? Yeah? Huh.
You'd be surprised how many females still approach me.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how many females eat they niggas ass, all types of shit. Like, you'd be surprised how many bitches really look.
Yo.
You'd be
I ain't gonna
surprised. I'll be
man.
surprised. I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised.
You talking about
Yo.
Like what? I wish you could
Anything to
like,
satisfy they niggas.
Sorry.
That's what niggas be going crazy. Need to check them put the tongue in there.
I'll be
Yo.
I'm a virgin.
I mean, look at
before all that
Charlamagne.
shit, bitch.
Oh,
Look.
listen, we not doing that. We not doing that. Oh, who else? Remember Tank said the same. Oh,
that's a thing though for men to like that though. That's a
I feel like
thing.
you should keep that in your maritals.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's it's a little bit too TMI. And you know what's funny? It's a lot of motherfuckers that's gonna be listening to this and be like, oh, that's too much. But they in the back of their mind, they like, oh yeah,
Or they
that's dumb.
girlfriend sitting
Yeah,
next
that's
to them like, oh yeah, nigga, you like that shit last night.
yeah. You laugh a little bit too hard there.
Keep it real.
He sat back like, I'm gonna go ahead and look this way.
Let me tell y'all, man.
Oh, I don't
we'll
want
be
bitches
sitting
see
here
me break
all
a
day.
sweat.
Wow, that's creepy.
All day.
So wait, we asked him when guys approach you, how was that? Like, did he had some crazy shit. Like he talking about me in the bathroom. Like, but have a guy ever approached you on some crazy shit?
Always. But me personally, I stay away from DL niggas, y'all. They very dangerous.
It gets really possessive and really dangerous.
They
It
are
does.
very dangerous.
It does.
I just stay away from them. But back in my younger days, I used to dabble with them or whatever. But it's not all what it's piped up to be. They don't want you at the end of the fucking day. That's crazy.
Yeah, and you got to keep in mind when it come to DL guys, a lot of the DL guys are dealing with a lot of mental emotion with that because a lot of them, they're fighting that and battling that, and then they try to play this tough role, but then they're falling for a man or they're falling for a trans, and it's just like, but they still got their girl at home or their wife at home, so they're trying to balance it, and then the minute you try to step back, people like us try to step back, we got to deal with the craziness and the mental part of them wanting to either beat on you or make your life miserable or scare you.
See, my thing. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you answer. But my biggest thing is me being popular and being around a lot of popular guys. And just, you know, being a big fan of like the mafia and shit, I feel like a nigga will kill you if you know too much information. So I'm cool on that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not even about the sex or nothing like that, because that's not the bigger issue to me. It's like the street shit that's the bigger issue. You could be sitting in a nigga car, you don't know who the fuck you chilling with. You don't know who these niggas be robbing, stealing, and killing, and come to your crib, take a shower, and lay down like they ain't do shit. So you gotta be.
And that's somebody watching your fucking house.
Have you ever been in a dangerous situation, like when a guy finding out that you were transgender, or do you always just tell him from the rip?
No, I never. Thank God. But it's all right. So it's a quick little story. It was a time. This is why I don't fuck with DL niggas. It was a time I'm walking down the street thinking I'm all cute or whatever. This, then, the third, and the boy, you know, he trying to talk to me, and I'm like, I'm cool. And then I turned around, he kept bugging me. I'm like, I'm trans or whatever. He was like, you know, I still want to talk to you. And I'm like, you know what? I'm cool. Like, I got a boyfriend. So I'm turning around, walking, texting on my phone. How did this nigga sock the shit out of me, bitch? My phone, stole me.
Wow.
My phone fell, everything. I was bugging the fuck out. But I wound up fucking him up though. But he still took my phone. But it was just like, I was like, my phone. But
He still got away with my motherfucking phone.
All right, let me ask you this question. Why do you think sometimes gay jokes lead to being canceled or wanting to get someone canceled?
Because gay people can apply pressure, but don't like when pressure is being applied.
Ooh, honey. Somebody gonna like
We
that.
too sensitive when it comes to a lot of shit. We definitely like no shade, but if y'all, it's an app called Bigo. If y'all go on that app and listen and hear how gay people will pull up your dead folks, talk about this, talk about that, call the feds to your house.
Really?
It gets deep.
Bigo
so I
gets
feel like
deep.
if we can apply that same pressure on each other, why the fuck we pussy out and get sensitive when a straight people be like, bitch, I will beat you. You know,
Like,
you know what I'm
regardless of what
saying?
you
Like,
identify
you was
as,
just
like-
tough out in all my business, talking about my dad, nieces. Now when it comes to the heteros, y'all don't got that same, it's a hate crime. Bitch, it ain't no hate crime. This is some real ass shit. Watch your fucking mouth, because any bitch could get popped. That's just period.
Yeah.
Now, my whole thing is, I don't mind the jokes. I don't even with Dave Chappelle when they was trying to cancel him with the Dave Chappelle thing.
I didn't understand
watched
that.
the
It wasn't a
special,
joke. It was like,
and,
it was stating how he felt.
That shit was
his
funny.
spirit.
I
mean, it was funny,
and
but he was stating how he
When
felt.
he was there, but that he fought the masculine girl.
Yeah.
I didn't understand. I really was cracking
Yeah, he
up.
kept it real
But
though.
he
He
kept
said
it
I
real.
was
He
in the
was just-
club with a trans, and I didn't know she was trans, but when she went to go grab that drink and I saw the knuckles,
It was
I
funny.
was dying. Like,
so
that
when
shit
they was
is funny
all
to
going
me,
on
y'all.
a tangent trying to cancel, I'm like, okay, that's dumb. I don't mind comedians being comedians. What I do mind is things like the baby with the whole age stuff
Making
and
them
this
up.
and that,
That was
because
good.
it's just like we get it the hardest. So they already associate AIDS and HIV with the gay community.
Right.
Like we the ones that put this and made it the plague, and like so it's just like when it comes to situations like what the baby did, that's a problem for me. But when it's like a comedic joke with Dave Chappelle or whoever, Chris Rock, whoever, I don't mind. Like I just find it
Can
funny.
I say something really quickly?
Yes.
What's so funny to me is that, like you said, we got the whole HIV/AIDS stigma or whatever, but it's been researched that 9 times out of 10, a straight man don't even know if he got chlamydia.
Child, he don't know if he got a yeast infection.
So
That
if
nigga
they
don't even know if he got COVID.
that, okay, so
Yeah.
I feel like gays, being as though that shit has been put out to get us, we are more aware of it than anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, it be the straight
And
niggas.
then I'm about to say, and just
or
like
the
say, go
DL
back to the
niggas.
go back to the
The
DL niggas that's
always
going
want
back.
bald
They
head.
doing
No
what they
condom,
doing.
This and this and the third. You gotta watch the DL niggas, and then they go home, and I feel sorry for women. I don't even call y'all cisgender because I think that to me that's just crazy.
I don't know what
Yeah.
the system
I feel sorry for women, like, you know, even when men come to give you money for service or whatever, like I just feel bad because I be like, damn, this nigga just sucked all on my toes and I've been walking all on my floor barefoot, no shade, and then they
They
go
got the
home
toe
to
mouth.
this bitch.
They
got the toe mouth.
They got the toe mouth.
Like,
Kidding
I just
me?
be feeling so bad, and that's what makes me so scared to get in a relationship because you really don't know what these niggas be
Yeah,
out here
that's
doing,
true.
bro. Like that
That's
shit is
true.
scary
That's-
as shit.
Trust is something different.
Yes.
Trust is really something different.
Yes.
What do y'all think about some shows like P Valley?
Oh, that's
I love Peabody.
I can't wait for
I
June
love
for
Peabody.
season 2.
It took long enough.
I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for the thought. I'm waiting for the music.
Yeah,
So-
down in the valley with the girls.
I'm crying.
Like when that come back on, man, listen, I
love
can't wait to
Peabody.
hear that sound.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Some it actually the show is done great ratings, and it's a lot of street guys that'll say it was hard to watch, but it was a great show. So
Yeah.
you get through certain. It was a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? I was a couple scenes. I was like,
Because Uncle Clifford,
but
and then
and all of that, yeah.
like that whole thing.
But the show itself, it
it's
was
reality though.
Right.
It's really what I don't understand is, and I'm not trying to like say too much. What I don't understand is, most of the music industry and the entertainment business is gay. So why
I feel like
is it so
people
hard for a trans girl or a gay person to break into the music industry? If half of y'all get down, it'd be just like
because
They don't
it's
wanna
going to, you know why?
publish
It's going to
it,
expose. It's going to expose
It's
them.
gonna expose
That's all it's going to do. It's going to expose them.
But also stigmas too, because like I said, how you just pointed out P Valley, you got P Valley and Empire are shows that got so much hit for like gay, what they call gay stuff and gay agenda.
Right.
But then you got the hood shows like Power, where the biggest drug dealer on Power was gay. The biggest drug dealer on Power.
You can actually go.
Gay.
You can actually go back.
The Wire.
I'm about to say no on Power. No, but I was about to say.
Yeah,
Lobos.
He was gay.
You
Lobos
right.
was gay.
Yes.
But I was gonna say something about The Wire too. Like people act like back in on The Wire was out like that. What's the name wasn't gay? Like Omar. Yeah, like Omar wasn't gay, but he was the toughest nigga on the show. That's the crazy part. So,
but that's the thing, and this is what I talk about. It's like y'all pick and choose. Y'all choosing. Y'all picking and choosing when and what y'all want to go up for, and it's crazy.
do you think it's a different? You think the LGBT is actually split when it comes to black and white? Like how white gays look at stuff compared to how black gays, trans, all of that look at stuff? That y'all all on the same, you know what I'm saying? Y'all all on the same thing, but I feel as though like the white people are more sensitive, like way more sensitive.
They are.
I think they're way more sensitive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But see, my thing is, what bugs me the fuck out is you got these bitches who's white who want to be down ass bitches and be hood and be like us, and then you got us who want to wear the labels like the white bitches and try to be. It's like we're trying to switch roles.
Yeah.
But I don't get it because y'all white bitches love fucking on black niggas, but when it come time to standing up for that black dick, y'all silent, y'all mute. I don't like that shit. That shit really bothers me. Like,
I feel like in the LGBT community for black people, it's different. Y'all fighting two battles.
But keep in mind,
Right.
also too sorry to cut you off,
You
but
fine.
even here in Philly, when it comes to Pride,
Right.
we don't celebrate our Pride until April. Philly Gay Black Pride. We completely separated our black events is segregated from the white events. They don't want our black asses down there on 13th Street.
They don't.
They don't want us partying down there with them. It's always an issue. So they have their white pride, and then we have our shit in April and May. DC, Philly is when we're turning up for gay black pride. And which also brings me why I'm mad at us, because it's like, why haven't we secured a spot for us? Like, why don't we have a black gay club where we can go turn up and have a good time? Why do we always have to occupy these spaces?
That's a crab in the barrel mentality.
Yeah.
Nobody-
that's just black. That's just black
I
people in
was about to say
general.
y'all can't, and it's just like the black gay community in Philly can't stand together because it's so segregated.
It's so segregated.
And it's so small. Mm-hmm. It's like more than likely you done fuck somebody that fuck somebody that fuck somebody that fuck you.
Yes.
And it's just like now they all talking about it. Y'all dibbling, dabbling in bitches in and out of this and out of that, and it's just like everybody's talking about it. So now when y'all go out, it's always beef. It's always a problem.
So happy I met my husband. and my husband not even from here. He from New York. And I didn't have to deal with none of that.
You ain't got like you done post a picture and now you in a chat room you don't even know about. Like
exactly. Like oh god.
What's some of y'all thoughts on when it comes to like the Saucy Santana and the EJ?
Saucy, my baby. Like, I'm going to go see him in concert. Him and Lotto coming here on Monday, and I will be in there, cute face, and that's Saucy, my baby. Now, EJ, I'm not really an EJ fan. Like, EJ for the white girls. Like, that's EJ for the white girls.
I mean,
Magic
Johnson.
Johnson?
Yeah, Magic Johnson.
Like, but
I say Ernie.
I'm down. I could do the Saucies. I could do the Lil Nas X's. I could do the Taylor Bennett's. I could do the Tyler the Creators. Like, I feel like, that's more for us. Like, that's for the culture. But EJ, he's so far gone.
What about you?
I have no comment on that.
That's right. She, you know what I'm saying? She trying to get to the industry. She ain't trying to burn no bridges. I get you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't trying to burn no bridges here.
Wrong things that's going to, backfire on the
She must got a feature. She got a feature.
Look,
I'm just trying to see what Miley was good.
I just no shade.
Okay.
Okay. No shade.
I got two more for you. The one, Dwayne Wade's son, right? He wants to get the surgery or whatever. What do you think about kids being able to
Well, first of all,
kids being able to get that surgery at a young age?
because I already knew where we was getting ready to go. First of all, and it's the same conversation. I've had this conversation with many of people.
Right.
I want y'all, everybody in this room, if you want, to pull out your phone right now and pull up the interview clip, anything where Dwayne Wade said Zaya wanted a sex change. He never said anything about a sex change. He said that he approves and is standing by Zaya wanting to be a woman and feel like a woman, but never said that at such a young age that he would take Zaya to lay down on a surgical table to have a sex change. We made that up.
Boosie
the
made
world
that
made Boosie made
that up.
There's nowhere anybody could pull up that was ever said because it was never said. Right. We take stuff and we flip stuff and we turn stuff and we make moments and viral moments out of it. And again, it's just another easy way to bash the LGBT community. Boosie said that, made it up, and got everybody in a frenzy for nothing when it was never said.
And then saying like, "Oh, I let my kids do that."
No shade. What the fuck is anybody's business? That's his son.
Which is true too. That's true too.
No shade.
That's
Who
true
cares
too.
At the end of the day, nobody really cares.
Nobody cares, but it just was never said. So to take something and
if he got the sex change or not, who cares? That's his child.
Right. Yeah.
We focus on the wrong shit.
And
half of these bitches don't even got life insurance or dental plans.
Child.
No life insurance. The life insurance is the one.
Which
Somebody
is-
else's child getting a sex change, and bitch, you living in a Section 8 home, 3-bedroom, and it's 42 a house.
Yeah.
Bitch, you need to get yourself.
She said you living in a Section 8 home. It's 42 a house. God damn.
No, for real.
No, it's true.
Y'all bitches' priorities is in the wrong shit. Instead of you focusing on what this person is doing with their child, bitch, you need to figure out what the fuck your
Millionaire
child.
shit. That's not even in our tax
Yeah,
bracket.
not even our tax bracket.
Not even
Your
in our
child is doing what your child like, what your child don't like. You know what I'm saying? You need to be figuring growing a relationship closer to your fucking child. You need to worry about the next person's child.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Boosie? What you think about
I
him?
don't like him. I think he's disgusting. I think he's trash, bottom of the barrel, crab, filthy. Like
Tell us how you really feel.
Boosie, he disgusts me. I think he should be in jail for child endangerment. Who I don't give a damn how straight you trying to make your child is or whatever. Who hires a prostitute to sleep with their young child?
Yeah.
Do sex acts on their young child just because you scared that they're going to be like. Boosie's disgusting. He's the bottom of the bottom.
You know what's crazy? It'll be people. It's a lot of people that support Boosie and certain shit that he says, but sometimes I think he goes a little bit too far. I think he just needs to just mind his business. Just go ahead and stay. You know, you're not the ambassador of the world.
Yeah, he goes too far left for me, and it's a little bit
feel
too
like
much.
the energy that he puts into trying to make a mockery of the gay people and the LGBTQ. I feel like he should, put all that energy into his pen.
Haven't had a hit since Wipe Me Down.
He should definitely put that energy into his craftsmanship because me personally, I was never even a fan of Wipe Me Down, respectfully.
Damn.
That song to me was like,
I know, that's the
Trick
damn,
Daddy
don't
and
do that.
Trina. Ain't no now, nigga. So I never synced it for Boosie. I definitely think he's a disgusting freak.
Yeah.
And he's probably niggas like that be the same niggas that be messing around. No shade.
Child.
And that's
That
the
always
And I
cross my
think
mind.
niggas like that be having little dicks too and don't get no
died.
pussy.
Period.
Died.
Respectfully.
It died, but the crazy part is like when it comes to all of this, a lot of people just have opinions. Like I said, that's why we had to do this show. To see how y'all see it, see how we see it, and then you go from there. I mean, people always gonna have their opinion. At the end of the day, that's on them. But it's always about the respect. Like I said, I don't care if you're Republican, I don't care if you're Democrat, black, white, Puerto Rican, all of that. Be who you want to be, but don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is that what you do is not my business. Is what I do is not your business. So at the end of the day, it don't really matter. But the problem is, I think social media kind of enhances all of this shit. Like it don't take much to get people riled up. Just think about it. With politics, a Democrat, Republican go against each other. It was mask, no mask, go against each other. Vax, no vax, going against each other.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the government sitting back, they just pushing out, put everything out there. Oh, what can we do? Meanwhile, they got who knows passing what bills and doing this and doing that, but you can only live your life. Now, last question for y'all. What's something that you want to get across, from your perspective when it comes to stuff like this and to people? Like, what's something you want to get across?
My biggest thing would probably be is just unity, respect, and just honoring each other. Like, I know in nowhere in the world anybody's gonna be perfect, and we not all gonna be holding hands running through the flowers and all of that. But I just say, like, just respect people, and you don't have to like something or approve of something to have respect for somebody. And it's simple human being knowledge. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just be human.
Right.
Like, and that's just all there is to it. Just be human and just show people love and just show people respect, and you keep going on about your day, and that's it.
What would you want to get across from the transgender community? And
I would definitely say, like, be secure in yourself. Like, I don't know, just don't worry about other people. I also do want to say to my community, you don't have to rock your sexuality on your sleeve or on your front shirt. Your business is your business, but also have poise. Like, know to not to come in a room knowing that you already just your sexuality alone is going to make somebody uncomfortable. Try to chill out. Some people, less is more.
Right.
And I don't know, to my young transgender girls, stay in school, stay no to drugs.
It's not to say no to drugs. I'm crying.
All of that. All of that. 'Cause that's big in our community too. So that's
no to
definitely.
Drugs and definitely, like, be your own influence, because when people see that was my biggest problem. When people see your potential, and that intimidates a person who's weak,
Right.
And it allows them to bring you down if you let them. And that's just stay strong.
With the I did say last question, but with the music and everything, you have music out right now?
I have music out right now.
What's you got a mixtape album? What?
I have like 2 or 3 singles
Okay.
out right now.
Couple
But
singles. So you fresh? How long you been rapping?
No, she ain't fresh.
I'm not. No. I ain't
all right,
fresh.
You got an album and everything.
No, I took it down.
Okay, all right. I'm not going to do it.
Remember they rebranded. I took it down.
Okay, I'm
I
gonna
took
be
it down. So I
quiet.
got a few
Yeah.
singles out or whatever. They doing all right, but I ain't really playlist them or promote them yet. But I got a performance coming up in Queens, New York next week. It's definitely I'm about to pop out. So
That's dope. And what's your event speeds? Everything been good? Keeping busy?
Everything, yes. Thank God. Starting April 23rd, from April 23rd to August, I'm booked all the way straight through.
Oh, that's
Like,
heavy.
got
That's
booked
heavy.
all the way straight through. So I'm about to have a busy summer.
Where's your event space at? Give it to people. To give them the name and all of that.
The event space, we're actually closed for renovations. I said renovation.
Okay.
But I'm still available to come on the road to decorate any venues, any spaces, houses, proms, graduations. I'm out here getting it. So my business is The Fairy God Planner LLC.
All right, give them your socials again.
Business The Fairy God Planner LLC. Personal page Will Smith slapped me too.
Die. Hey, yo. Hey, give them your socials.
my socials is the North Philly Queen Bee. That's North with an F. North with an F.
Oh man, like we always say, man, common sense ain't so common. So put a little bit more smarts in the world. We definitely appreciate y'all for coming through. Definitely appreciate you for coming through. And on that note, it's the boy Vince.
And I'm Ed.
Holla at y'all.